If it were a sure thing, Stevens, the return on investment wouldn't be so great, would it? I agree, it's risky. Okay, then call it downright insane. Like, are you in or not? Okay, then. I'll have the papers drawn up tomorrow. You look nice.
Thanks. Did you close another big deal?
Yeah, well, we're almost there. My guess is Stevens will back out at least 3 more times before he finally signs.
Walking the tightrope as usual.
Well, you know, anyone can make a safe deal. I've always been more attracted to the riskier ones.
Oh, that's right. Like bringing my sister Julia here without consulting me first.
Yeah, I had faith you'd make me look good.
All right. Well, it is true that if you hadn't have brought Julia here, I never would have learned some of the things that I did.
Oh, the credit for that is yours, not mine. So you ready for a fabulous dinner?
Yeah, you sure you don't want to come?
No. Well, it's sister's night. Besides, I've work to do.
Okay. Oh, that is probably Julia now.
Evening.
Hi.
Hey, wow, you look so different, if you don't mind my saying so.
Oh, I took a nap.
No, that's not it. You seem, I don't know, at peace.
Oh, well, I feel a little at peace.
Yeah? Did your sister go home?
Her sister, thank you very much, is right here.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. All I really meant by that was that, well, I knew that the two of you were
This is my sister, Via Adanowski. She's actually a very nice person.
Hi. Julia Barrett.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, you two aren't gonna work tonight, are you?
Yeah, afraid so.
Oh, come on, Jax. Let's turn this into a party.
Now, remember, tonight's goal is to have as much fun as possible without breaking any laws, okay?
Well, I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we'll try.
Well, I'd still be happier if you and V were coming with us.
You guys can have a good time, okay?
Thank you.
I'll give you a full report in the morning.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. This is a nice table.
Very.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Try me.
Well, we don't exactly have the best memories here.
Yeah, I know. Remember the afternoon of William's funeral?
Oh, the night you left for London?
At least we parted friends. All I could think about that evening was, please get me as far away as possible from William Eckert.
And that's what you did.
Geographically. When you have that kind of connection with somebody, it never really goes away.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted to do was remind you of him.
No, that's okay. Sonny's name is going to come up. I've definitely come to realize that. There's nothing I can do about it, but what I can do is change the way I think about him.
You know, what do you think about Jax, Brenda?
I think that Jax is an amazing friend, and it is very important to me that he finds happiness.
So he's not happy?
Well, I don't know. He's very confident, so it's hard to tell.
Do you think he's ready to fall in love?
I don't know.
Well, I just think that you ought to... Oh, my God. Look over there. Look at that man. He looks exactly like William.
Yeah, that's Luke Spencer, William's cousin.
All right. He came to the funeral. Yeah, kind of a dramatic moment, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
It looks different.
Hair.
No, they may look alike. This guy's brighter, more substantial, infinitely more attractive.
Brenda. Hi. It's good to see you out.
Thanks. This is my sister. I think she'd like to meet you. Julia Barrett, Luke Spencer.
Nice to meet you. I knew your cousin Bill.
Oh. Well, I guess he got the sweet end of that deal. Bye.
So you seen someone?
No,
Why not?
I'm busy. I'm perfectly happy not to have a man in my life. I'm deeply disillusioned about the modern mating process.
So you're seeing losers.
And next time I am even close to getting romantic, next time I even talk to a guy on a bus, I am gonna call you first for a reality check.
But when do you ride the bus? I think that'd be really cool.
And you do the same, okay?
Well, I don't know if that'll be happening.
Meaning?
Well, I just mean that I've given up on romance. All of those feelings are just totally dead for me.
Oh, I know what feels like that now, Brenda, but believe me, it'll change.
I don't know.
No, come on, don't close any doors. You are too wonderful not to share yourself with somebody.
Thanks. Whew. Well, I'm getting pretty wiped. What about you?
No, I think I'll sit up at the bar and contemplate my entire adult love life.
Okay, you do that. Are you sure you don't mind if I go?
No, I'll walk you out.
Okay. Jax, are you awake? I just wanted to thank you for giving me my sister back. Thanks a lot for everything.
Brenda?
Yeah, right here.
Oh. Must have dozed off. Hey.
Hey.
How was dinner with Julia?
Oh, it was great. Did you get all your work done?
Not even close. Ordered in. Chinese.
From Shanghai?
No, Manhattan.
Ooh.
And yes, I got you extra green beans. They're in the fridge, along with a bunch of other leftovers. Adenowski wouldn't try anything more adventurous than broccoli, beef, and chow mein.
Did you freak her out by ordering every weird thing on the menu?
When have I ever ordered something you didn't like?
Well, squid in its own ink.
At least you tried it. I mean, she wouldn't even taste the carp. So anyway, I ended up eating way too much of everything and nodding off over these contracts.
Contracts? I thought you were doing something important.
Oh, you and Julie are having dinner alone, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we wanted you to come with us. You could have.
Okay, I didn't fly Julia out here to have dinner with her and discuss business, because that's what we would have done. And you would have been playing with your food. And would have bored you to tears.
Your business doesn't bore me.
Well, it's boring me at the moment. But I'm looking for a new project. Some nice hostile takeover would be fun, you know? Some little unsuspecting company that won't see me coming.
Not EOQ.
No, the Quartermains always suspect me. It's too hard to take down a family business unless you have someone on the inside.
Like Tracy.
Perfect illustration. Some insider that's unhappy, thinks that's been treated unfairly and deserves more than their share. You need to exploit that without letting their agenda take over, which is exactly what happened to Tracy.
Why is it that, you know, whenever my sister used to discuss business, it would bore me to death, but somehow you make it interesting?
It's probably because you don't resent me.
Yeah, that's true. I think I used to take my sister's success as a personal insult, like she was brilliant just to make me feel dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I guess in my head I just made her a combination of every girl in school who was smarter than me, and my daddy, who didn't care what I did, but still disapproved of it anyway. I guess I never really knew who the real Julia was.
It wasn't entirely your fault.
Oh, I know. I came here, she tried to run my life. I wouldn't let her, so she left. You know, I think the real reason why I tried to get myself to believe that I didn't care about her was because I was always really afraid that she didn't care about me. I think she does. I think we might actually even love each other. And you know that all of this is because you brought her here, right?
So basically you're saying I'm right.
Basically.
Well, that's all I need to hear.
Oh, of course. Thanks.
No.
What?
I'm declaring war on thanks. You know, I haven't done anything I didn't want to.
Oh, so now I'm not supposed to appreciate everything that you do for me?
Appreciate, yes, or joy with any luck. But just no more thanks. What can I say in return? But you're welcome. You already know that, okay?
No. You're not allowed to dismiss a thank you from someone until you've let them finish telling you exactly why they are saying thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, maybe now you've upset me and I've changed my mind.
That's fine, too.
Oh, of course it is. Look, I know that you know I'm saying thank you for bringing my sister back here, but I also want to thank you for forcing me to spend time with her. Sometimes you're very wise.
Desperate. It's true, you know, after the movies and Nancy Drew books, I was running out of options. I mean, if Julia hadn't worked out, then I was going to bring out the magic lamp.
Oh, my God, where's my magic lamp?
It's downstairs in storage. But if you want to make a wish, we could...
Well, I don't know if I'm in the position right now to decide on any kind of wish, but I love that thing so much. That's one of my favorite things you've ever given me.
Well, we can go downstairs tomorrow and get it.
All right.
You sleepy?
Yeah. I'm a little sleepy. Soul-searching wears me out. What about you?
I think I got my second wind. I'm going to give these contracts one more look over.
All right. Don't sleep on the couch, okay?
No, I won't.
Night.
Night. Julia.
Is Brenda still up?
Actually, she just went to bed, but,
It's okay.
she's pretty
I came to see you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
What is it with you two?
I beg your pardon?
It's okay, don't worry about it. I believe you were thanking me.
Yeah, it was. And not just for getting me here and putting up with all of our junk, but for everything that you do for Brenda. She's a remarkable person. And I never seem to be able to tell her that, but you do. In a way she can really hear.
Ah, you give me way too much credit. You know, when you first arrived, I thought I made a bad situation worse, but you and Brenda turned that around. I know the two of you believe that you're as different as night and day, but actually you're a lot alike. You're both stubborn, gorgeous, and very, very smart. And you find it much too easy to believe the worst about yourselves. And you hide it better. I mean, I never had a clue in London, but when I saw you with Brenda, I recognized the same look that she gets in your eyes.
I'm bossy. She's wild. And for a long time, it just hurt less to leave her alone than to fight. You know, I always told myself, I'll see her in the spring or in the fall, or I'll surprise her for her next birthday. There's always time. But there isn't. If she'd have gone off with this Corinthos person, or he'd gotten her killed, I'd have never seen her again. I owe you, Jax. And my father, for all of his faults, always taught me to repay a debt. So if you ever need anything...
I'm warning you, I might collect.
Fair enough.
Julia?
What are you doing here? Thanking Jax and saying a few wonderful things about you while you're not listening.
Really? Why didn't you say them to my face?
Because you don't believe me.
Try me.
I think I'm needed for this, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Steph? How hard do you have to work to keep this model's figure?
Oh. What?
This hotel makes the most amazing cookies, so if you want to share a plate.
Oh, my God, I cannot believe you were saying that. They're used to delivering them here. Because when I used to live here before, I used to order them almost every single night. Hold on. Okay. You will not believe how fast I can get those up here. Hey, Eric, it's Miss Barrett in the penthouse. Could you send me up a double order of cookies? Yes, all mint. Yes, thank you.
There were nights in London when I would dream of these cookies. You know, Harrods has some that were kind of like it, but they're just a little too sweet.
Okay, this is what these cookies always remind me of. Do you remember that cook that we had?
Oh, she was only there for one summer.
Yes, and she used to make the green pie.
The grasshopper pie.
Yes! Oh, I have been trying to remember the name of that pie for so long. It was my favorite when I was a kid, and I always used to wonder why she named such a yummy green pie after an insect.
That's what it's called.
Oh.
God, I wonder if we'd even like it now.
Let's order it and find out.
We'd have to order it here, because I don't think they make grasshopper pie in London.
Oh. When are you going back to London?
Soon. Transtein is a real company, and they need a real answer on their proposal.
You can't do it over the phone?
Definitely.
I guess I just thought since you used to run Barrett Industries from here.
I have a life in London. I have some friends and a real house and...
You have a house?
3-story brick. Oh, it's in this little old neighborhood with a little park across the street. I would love for you to come and visit. Or stay, if you wanted.
Wow. Well, I think that one of the things I did learn from going through this whole mess is that Port Charles really is my home. But I am going to come and visit. And I want you to promise me that you're going to come back here.
I will. I do love you, Brenda. I'm not going to let you out of my life again.
I love you, too.
You really are a remarkable person. You're brave and full of love. And I am so proud of you. way, modeling is not a dead-end job.
That's right.
Oh, where's my hanky? Let me, where's my purse?
Over there.
Oh.
At dinner.
But I left it in the grill. I'm sure it's still there. It doesn't matter. There's nothing valuable in it.
Oh, I doubt that. You better go get it.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh.
Good night.
Here.
Did someone call?
Oh, yeah, it was just Julia. She lost her purse at the grill, and she just called to tell me that she found it.
Oh. What are you looking for?
I am looking for that book that she sent us.
Shakespeare sonnets?
Yes.
It's right here.
Of course it's right there. I think I'm going to actually try and read it now that I know it's really a gift and not an insult. Do you remember when she sent us this, that I told you that I thought she was doing it to remind me that she was smarter than me? You must have thought I was pretty immature, huh?
Oh. Mostly I wish your father was still alive so I could beat him to a pulp.
My father?
Yeah, I mean, setting you up in a contest that you couldn't possibly win. I mean, it wasn't enough that you couldn't have his love. He made sure that you wouldn't accept hers.
Yeah. Well, I guess it was just that I was always the reminder of that man's biggest mistake he ever made in his life. Do you know, in our house, there was this huge portrait of Julia's mother, and there was not one single picture of my mother in the whole entire house. Julia told me after they got divorced that my father threw them all away. And Julia dug into the trash and got her old passport out for me. I remember I always thought that was so nice of her. I mean, she was only 8 years old, and she said that she knew that I would want a picture of my mom someday, but she said that I could look at it whenever I wanted to, but I couldn't have it because I would lose it.
Yeah, it sounds like Julia. Thoughtful enough to keep the passport, but certain that she had to look after it for you.
Wow. I remember I used to sit on Julia's bed almost every single day and look at that picture of my mom. She was smiling. Isn't that weird? No one smiles in their passport pictures. She was so beautiful. She was the most beautiful person I'd ever seen in my life. You know, I never would have known that or anything about my mom if it hadn't been for Julia. And, of course, I've never thanked her for that. And I never thanked her for forcing me to finish high school. And I never thanked her for anything that she ever did for me. I can't believe that I tried to convince myself that I didn't care about her. And I can't believe that I was thinking about just leaving forever without telling her or without telling you. You know, every single thing in my life that I believed in turned out to be a lie or a mistake. And now I don't know how to fix it or what to do next.
One day soon, you'll wake up and you'll know what you want. Maybe just a cup of coffee or your face on every billboard around the country. The point is, you'll want it. Not to please Sonny or to prove something to Julia or your father, but for yourself. Now, wherever it might be, that's what you'll do next. And as long as you trust yourself, you'll be right. Oh, morning. I got a little carried away at work. I'm dreaming about muffins this morning, the ones they make at the little gourmet place around the corner. So I rang them up, and one thing sort of led to another. Really good.
You woke up dreaming about muffins?
Yeah, it's a recurring theme. When I was a kid, it was donuts. At least I'm evolving, huh?
They're coffee.
Yeah, cappuccino. So did you think about what we talked about last night?
Oh, yeah. And while you were laying in bed dreaming about muffins, I was hiding under the covers like a coward, afraid to face the day.
Why's that?
Well, because who knows what disastrous things I might do today.
You want to yell?
No.
Do you want to throw something?
No.
I just got the impression that you,
Yes, I know, Jax, that I seem a little upset and angry. And you're right, I am. I'm angry at myself for being so stupid and delusional and for being such a big coward that I can't even get out of bed in the morning and face the day.
You know, for novelty's sake, why don't you try being mad at Sonny just for change?
I am mad at Sonny, and you know that, but that's not the point. You know, I know everyone thinks that he made decisions for me, but he didn't. I made all of these choices on my own. And I just followed my heart like some lovesick idiot.
Brenda, listen to me. You can't allow Sonny Corinthos to rob you of self-belief.
No, Jax. See, I am the one who made the choice. I made the choice to give up my friends and my career and my identity to run off with this man. And I made it I made this choice from a feeling that I had that started when I was 18 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. It turned out to be the most wrong decision I've ever made in my whole entire life. And trust me, I've been plenty wrong before. I don't even know who I am now or how I'm ever supposed to be able to trust my instincts ever again. Okay, listen, you know what? I can't do this. I am not going to do this. When I told you before that I will not discuss Sonny in front of you, I meant it. It is not fair to you.
Okay. You gotta take yourself off the hook, Brenda, okay? You trusted someone. Granted, putting your blind faith in Sonny Corinthos was an unfortunate choice, but you loved the guy. And you believed him when he said he loved you back. That's not a crime against nature. It's a mistake. One you made with Sonny's full participation.
No, Jax, I told you.
I know.
Going...
You said that Sonny didn't make any of the decisions. You did, but he orchestrated it. I mean, he was pulling your strings and pushing your buttons every step of the way. Sonny Corinthos is the bad guy here, not you. He manipulated you by spinning you a fantasy he knew you wanted, knowing he could never live up to it. Now, if you insist on blaming yourself, then at least focus in on what really went wrong.
Well, I would love to do that if I knew what that was.
Okay. These instincts of yours that you're so mad at, during the time when you were making all those plans with Sonny, did they at one stage yell out at you or even whisper that you might be heading down the wrong path?
Yes.
Okay. So what went wrong?
I wouldn't hear it.
But you heard every word Sonny said. See, the point I'm trying to make is that instead of trusting yourself and listening to your very fine instincts, you thought it was easier to believe in the world according to Sonny instead of following your own version of it. Once you respect yourself enough to not only hear, but trust your own voices, you'll make the right decisions. But in order to get there, you need quiet to recognize those voices, to trust. I happen to know a few ways of how you can accomplish this.
Please tell me one.
I've been waiting for the right time to mention this.
What?
Maybe it's time you got a place of your own.
So now you're asking me to leave?
It may be good for you. And you'll have your own space, you'll learn to trust yourself again. You used to, you know. Unless, of course, the idea has no appeal to you at all.
Well, no, I mean, you know that it does. It's just, do you realize that I have never, ever had my own place? I lived with my father. I lived in boarding schools. I had a room above Kelly's. I stayed at the Quartermains. I've lived here. I do hotel suites better than anyone, but as far as actually getting a house or an apartment, buying furniture and putting it in it, no, I've never, ever done that before.
Maybe it's time you did.
I don't even know where I would start.
Hey, it's like everything else. You start where you start and take it one step at a time.
Finding some place of my own and putting furniture in it and all of that, it just feels a little overwhelming to me right now.
Well, you've been through a lot lately. I mean, it's only natural that you're a little gun-shy.
I think I'm a little more than gun-shy. I feel like some weirdo lab rat who's picked the wrong door too many times. I feel so shell-shocked, I'm afraid to make any kind of decision.
Well, maybe I can help. I can call a broker friend of mine and tell him to put some places together. Hey, if nothing else, it'll be a nice way to pass the afternoon.
Okay.
Excellent. What shall I tell him to look for?
Well, you know, just tell him to look for houses or apartments.
Okay, what kind of houses and apartments?
I don't know.
How about size? What size?
Oh, well, just whatever. 1 bedroom for me.
1 bedroom.
Or 2 bedrooms in case someone comes to visit.
Okay, what about, like traditional or modern?
I don't know. You know, see,
Yeah.
this is why I stay in hotels, because when you go to a hotel, if you don't like the room, you change rooms. If you don't like the hotel, you change hotels. I don't know anything about any of this. Just, what do you think?
I go by how it feels.
Oh, well, that's a big help.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it, actually. I mean, look, I own apartments like this, and I own shacks on the beach, so...
Right, well, I'm not really interested in buying a little shack on the beach like you and Matilda did.
Miranda.
Oh, right. Sorry, Miranda. Oh, and your little horse?
Jake.
Jake, right. You and Miranda and Jake on the beach. It's very cute.
You want to know something funny? One of my favorite houses, it was the house I grew up in when I was a kid, before my father struck it rich. Now, I had this amazing tree right outside my window. And I'd climb out and up through the branches, and up top I could see for miles.
Well, maybe I should get a tree house. But I would need an elevator, I think.
Okay, let's just start looking, and we'll know when we find it.
You know what?
What?
You're on.
Okay, I'll make the call.
Okay. What a big waste of time.
Come on, we only looked at 3 places.
Yeah, but that one place that the real estate agent described sounded so cool, and then when we got there, I just wasn't into it.
That's good. I mean, knowing what you don't want is just as valid as knowing what you want.
Yeah, but that feeling of knowing just didn't happen for me.
Of course it didn't. We've been looking at the wrong places. Okay, we'll be there. It's all set.
I wish you hadn't gone to all this trouble.
Oh, what trouble? The realtor's doing all the work.
It's so weird, you know. I always thought I was going to get my first house when I finally decided to settle down and have a family.
You know, for some people, owning a home is it's something that they dream of their entire lives. Where are you now?
Big, beautiful piece of land. Maybe out in the country with a lake and cows.
I think the concept of home exists in all of us. It's a place where we feel safe in the world, where we belong.
Well, where's mine been hiding?
There's only one way to find out.
It's no use.
That's a sweeping generalization. I mean, you didn't like anything that we saw today.
No, I wish it were that simple.
Okay, so what was wrong with the places that we looked at today in a nutshell?
None of them hugged me.
Hugged you?
Yeah, that's the smallest nutshell I can give you.
Oh, I like that. It's just... Can you picture what hug would look like?
Well, maybe. I know that I felt hugged when you gave me these books and when I read them. Wouldn't it be cool if we could live with our favorite fictional family from when we were a kid? But you probably wouldn't want to do that since you liked your family and you had a happy childhood.
Hey, I wouldn't have minded a couple of months shipwrecked with a Swiss Family Robinson. So those Nancy Drew books didn't only bring up good feelings.
No, but you know that.
Yeah. I'll let you work out some old baggage and find out that there was more love available for Brenda as a kid than she suspected.
Yes. It's going to be hard for me to just change my whole concept, though, of when I was a kid. Even if it may have been happier, I'll never forget how I felt back then. And it just seems so unfair, you know, when I think about you and Lady Jane and Jerry. You guys lived in a car and you were still happy.
Please don't romanticize it. It wasn't that comfortable. I mean, you couldn't stretch out with kicking somebody in the head. Mm-hmm. I wanted to kill my brother half the time for hogging the seat and vice versa. I just didn't like the feeling of being caged, you know?
I felt caged, too, and I lived in a big mansion. I used to go out into the garden a lot, though. I liked that, especially this time of year, because my sister and my dad stayed in all the time. And there was this one place that I found.
What kind of a place?
God, I haven't thought about it in so long. It was like my secret place. I used to go out there. It was all the way out by the end of the property. And it was right near the woods. No one ever went there, not even the gardener. And there was all these shadows that went in the windows through the trees. And it was so cool. I used to curl up on this pile of leaves and take a nap. I always felt safe there.
Like you were being hugged.
Hmm? What?
Come on, I have an idea.
What?
Your new home.
Oh, Jax, it's late.
Oh,
We already...
It's the right time, trust me.
Just...
This was in the realtor's book. I made a mental note of it and filed it away. I didn't remember it until you told me about your special place.
Looks so different at night.
Isn't everything?
Quiet.
You think you missed the sound of traffic?
I think I'd survive.
Yeah, I've got a flashlight in the car if you want to take a look around the grounds a little more.
Let me just try that. Yep. There's that feeling again.
The feeling of?
And I love that smell. the wood, cedar, right? I don't know, I feel like if I walked into the kitchen right now, there'd be a pot of coffee brewing for me.
What, like it's a haunted house? I hang out for elves?
No. Like it just knows me. That sounds kind of dumb, huh? I guess it's not a very logical way to think about real estate, is it?
That's a pretty good way to think about a place you might call home.
Home? I don't know. It's too perfect. I don't know if I dare.
So you're saying the cottage is too perfect and that's why you can't take it?
No, I'm just saying that I'm not sure. A house is... I can't even pick up after myself in the bathroom. I wasn't really looking for a house. Was I?
You said you were.
No, you said. When?
You said you wanted leaves and shadows and woods and sunlight.
Oh, yeah, I said that.
Oh, I mean, it'll still be here tomorrow. Or if not, there's always other places.
Oh, yeah, but probably not as great as this place. I'm driving you crazy, huh?
No. You're just trying to get me to tell you what to do, and I'm not going to do that. I mean, you know, you would be living here, or not. It's up to you.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just not used to...
You're used to being told that what you want isn't what you want, and that you can't have it. But that's not my game. You remember that about me, don't you?
Do you want to know what the best thing about this place is? The best thing about this place is that Sonny has never set foot in it. He's never set eyes on it, and if he did, he would keep on driving. And murdered here, or arrested, or shot at. It gets darker here at night than downtown ever thought of getting, and there's no noise here all the time. There's no footsteps and people talking. The only thing you can hear is the wind. And I bet you the people who used to live here used to just do really simple things like hang out in the alcove or in the window seat or just sit in front of the fireplace with a book, hang out with a friend. That's how I always pictured a real family lives. God knows this is the closest I've ever been to it.
I see now.
What?
Why you said it's perfect, I don't dare.
Why?
Because it's supposed to come at the end of the rainbow. I mean, your real life is just a temporary state of affairs. When all your battles are won, this is where they'll end up. And you'll have earned it.
Yeah.
But you know what? All you need is a mortgage and a down payment. One you already have, the other one you can get first thing in the morning.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Of course I'm right.
I mean, why shouldn't I have this place? I've earned it. Why can't I just skip past the middle part and go right to happily ever after?
That is always my motto. You want to call the realtor?
Well, yeah, but she's just going to say it's the best place, there's no place better, and you should grab it while you can, right?
Probably, yeah. But I know you have questions to ask her, so...
What about the price?
Well, about, you know, heating, plumbing, electricity, insulation, all that kind of stuff, you know?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I suppose I could make up questions about plumbing and heating and everything, but why would I do that? When you could just save me a call and tell me what she said.
Yeah, I asked if the stream floods every spring, and it does. But it runs off the side of the hill, and the drainage is good. The roof was replaced 5 years ago. I went up and took a look myself, and it looks fine. The gutters need cleaning, which isn't a big deal. There's no seepage through the basement walls. Not that I can see, anyway. And, well, the kitchen's quaint, but the pipes are all copper. And there's 220 wiring for heavy appliances and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you go ahead and get to the bottom line and tell me what the worst thing you found is.
It needs a coat of paint and some weather stripping around the upstairs windows.
That's nothing.
Well, yeah, but there's one downside about the house, about a house, that it's a house. Which, yeah, without commenting the state you leave my bathroom in, which is probably what you meant, right? There is no doorman. There's no engineering department you can call up. There's no one whose job it is to plow the driveway or mow the lawn. I mean, of course, there are people you can, get to do these things, but you'll have to find them and pay them, and come up with a plan B when they're drunk or their grandmothers pass away. Of course, the traditional plan B is to know how to do most of these things yourself, which makes room service and a concierge very appealing indeed.
Wow. Maybe I'll just think about all that stuff later. And I'll just start out with something simple right now, like getting locks, getting new locks. Or maybe I don't even have to do that. Feels pretty good to not have to worry about bodyguards or silent alarms. I don't know. This is realistic, right? Because, I am the same girl who was just running around very recently in the park in my robe.
Well, if you're going to do that, you're better off doing it here.
You're trying very hard to be non-committal, aren't you? I really wish you would just tell me what you think.
I think I'm going to go down to the car and get your coat because your teeth are starting to chatter. Look, Brenda, I know that you think that you can only make bad decisions. And if I thought that, yeah, I might try to steer you one way or the other. But there's no wrong decision to make here. It's okay to make one.
A decision with training wheels?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yes, I'll do that, and thank you very much. Okay, bye.
You want me to wait outside?
Oh, no. Okay, here's my decision on training wheels. Okay. I mean, I'm just figuring, any place that I start over, I'm gonna want it to be as empty as this room, right? So why not this room? I mean, I wanna start over somewhere where every single thing in the place I know I picked. And that way, everything in my house will mean something to me, right? And do I know what my taste in furniture is? No, I don't really know that, but it's about time I found out, right? And even if I decide I want a garden someday, I want to have it outside someplace where there's never been a garden before, and I might even dig it myself and water it myself. I want to know where you shut the water off at. And I want to know when the last time the gutters were cleaned. I want to know all of this stuff. And I called the realtor. She said that I could lease with an option to buy it, and that sounds just perfect to me. What do you think about that?
If it's what you want.
It is.
Oh, congratulations. Here's your coat.
Thank you. Oh, you knew I was gonna take it.
No, you knew. Poker face isn't one of your many charms.
Give me this. Living in a hotel. There you go.
Thank you. Listen, you need anything else, here's our card, okay?
Oh, Mike and Mo Furniture Placement Engineers.
Yeah, I'm Mo, he's Mike.
Mo and Mike. Okay.
It's a little side business. You'd be surprised how widespread this problem is.
Right. Well, I'll keep you guys in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
You might want to think about the window.
Little housewarming gift. I'll get you something serious when I have more time.
How'd you find me?
Oh, I stopped by to see Jax. He told me you were here. Wow, I like it.
Really? Because I'm kind of freaking out. One minute I think I really, really like it, and the next minute I think I'm making a really terrible mistake.
No, it suits you. It's lovely.
You're not just saying that to make me feel better.
How would I do that?
Well, you might now.
With all due respect to our recent reconciliation, I'll probably always just blurt out exactly what I think and consider the consequences later.
That's good.
Okay.
I don't think I'd want you to go changing too much.
It feels right here. Which is actually a big relief because something came up. I gotta go back to London.
When?
A limo is outside waiting to take me to the airport. So I just wanted to say goodbye and wish you best of luck with your new place.
Well, miss you.
Miss you too.
We finally connected, you know. For the first time, I feel like I have a sister.
I'll come back as soon as I can, and we'll spend more time together.
And I'll come to London.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna be up to my eyeballs in work for the next few months, but... Well, and you have this whole place to furnish. When I get back, I expect to see this place completely transformed.
Well, if you're lucky, I might set up a room for you.
That'd be nice. Okay. I promise to stay more in touch from now on.
Me too.
I better go. I'm gonna miss my plane.
Okay, well, thanks for coming. Meant a lot to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry it had to be at a time when you were feeling so much pain.
Oh, that's okay. At least something good came out of it.
You're gonna promise me that while I'm gone, you're not gonna beat yourself up all the time?
Well, I don't know. I'm getting pretty good at it.
Yeah, well, get over it. I'll help you. Next time you're having a bad day, call. I promise I'll make time to talk to you.
Okay.
Come here.
All these years we could have been friends.
Shh. Don't forget the past. We've got each other now. I love you, Brent.
I love you too. Okay, go.
You know, I got a really good feeling about this place.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna bring you some luck.
Hey, Lee.
Oh, and you know, you might try that sofa against that wall.
Anyone home?
Ned? How'd you find me?
Jax, come here. Give me a hug. You okay?
Yeah, Julia just left. She went back to London. You just missed her.
Yeah, I've actually seen her a couple times. Yeah, she told me that you two patched things up.
Yeah, can you believe that? We finally found a way to relate with each other. I was actually glad that she came.
Brenda, I am really sorry that I wasn't here for you when you needed me. How are you doing?
I'm okay. But the day's still young. It kind of sneaks up on me when I least expect it.
I know the feeling.
The good news is that Sonny dumped me before we got married.
Now, I hope I'm not hearing that you're somehow blaming yourself for what went down.
Well, shouldn't I? I mean, if you asked anyone in the whole entire world who they thought would be least likely to tell the truth, every single one of them would choose Sonny Corinthos. Except me, of course, because I convinced myself that he loved me and that I wanted to marry him. I feel like such an idiot.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. Oh, God. I was gonna run away with him and not tell anyone. somebody and never talk to any of you ever again. I don't know what I was thinking.
You were in love.
Yeah, that's right. Isn't love supposed to feel good, though? I mean, when you really think about it objectively, how many times did loving Sonny actually make me feel good? You tried to warn me. You were right. Lots of people who cared about me tried to warn me. You know what? I'm sorry. I really don't want to get into this right now.
Okay. But you don't have to apologize. What are best friends for, right?
Right. What do you think of my place? I mean, that's what's really important, because it's all about the way you look, right?
Yeah.
I'd really love to show the rest of it to you.
I love it. When did you get this house?
Today.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. Now, just be really honest and tell me what you think.
I think moving in here was the best thing you could have done. And why don't I ask grandmother to lend you some furniture until you get some of your own? She's got tons of stuff in storage.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. No. This is my first place, so I have to pick everything that goes in it, and I have to pay for everything that goes in it. I mean, that means everything. Every chair, every towel, every pot, every pan, every...
Wait a minute. I hate to break it to you, but you don't cook.
I'm just speaking metaphorically. I've been going through a lot of changes lately. I mean, you just never know. Who would have ever guessed that I would want to live in a place way out here in the middle of nowhere? I might just surprise you.
You never cease to surprise me. You're a remarkable woman.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't too remarkable on my wedding day. It's a good thing you weren't here. It wasn't pretty.
You'll find now.
You do?
Well, a little hurt around the eyes, maybe. Underneath that glint of determination. But you're a survivor, Brenda. It's gonna take a lot more than Sonny Corinthos to bring you down.
You know what today is? Exactly 1 year ago today is the day that Jackson and I were supposed to get married. I really screwed that situation up, I guess. I mean, I should have been more patient with him and given him time to work through whatever he needed to about Miranda. I definitely never should have let Sonny come anywhere near me. Oh, God, look, here I am again talking about myself, and you haven't even told me how you are. So how are you? You seem a little distracted.
No, I'm actually just jet-lagged. Oh, I almost forgot. I stopped in to see Brooklyn on my way back. Latest photos of your goddaughter.
Oh, I have these already, but she is the most beautiful little girl in the world, isn't she?
She's walking, you know.
She's toddling. She can take a few steps with her hand on the table.
That is walking to me. And she actually said Dada, like she knew who I was.
Well, of course she does.
And the way that kid smiles, I mean, she's got a smile. She's the happiest kid.
Yeah. Well, she's happy.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. I'm about to leave anyway.
Okay.
Listen, these are for you.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations on the house. And if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to call.
Bye.
Have a nice day, Ned. Well, he's holding up pretty well for a man who just lost a subsidiary.
Really? You didn't say anything about that.
Well, I don't suppose I'd be announcing it either if it were me.
I think he might be bothered by something a little more personal.
Well, international business holdings are pretty personal where I come from. I mean, he's lucky he's not Japanese. He'd probably have to commit seppuku. I mean, somebody really took him to the cleaners. Look, I simply don't agree. I think we should move on it now, okay? Yep.
Exactly 1 year ago today is the day that Jackson and I were supposed to get married.
Look, Jerry, we'll talk about it later, all right? Okay.
Everything all right?
Of course not. It was Jerry.
Oh.
Hey, I like your couch. I really do.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because in the store, I really liked it. And then now suddenly, I'm not that sure.
Oh, sleep on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
You don't mean literally.
Oh, yeah, I do.
But you'll be here all alone.
Well, I know. That's the idea, right? I need to get used to being alone sooner or later, so no time like the present.